Do you understand this? I'm taking the car for its MOT. Then I've got an appointment with the GP. Or this. I'll try and get home ASAP, but my ETA is not looking good. English people often don't use full expressions. We shorten them into what's called acronyms. And by the end of this video, you'll not only understand the 20 most common ones, but you'll also be using them as well. Hi, I'm Steve. Let's do this. Let's start with what you've just heard. And the first was ASAP. I'll try and get home ASAP. ASAP means as soon as possible. In other words, as fast as something can be done. Be careful with this because it can be said in two ways. You might hear people say the letters ASAP or say it as a word, ASAP, like this.
I need that report on my desk ASAP.
Now number 2 was MOT. MOT is short for Ministry of Transport, but what it actually means is the yearly test most cars have to take to make sure they're safe. This one is always said as the letters MOT, like this. I'm taking the car for its MOT. Number 3 is GP. GP is what native British speakers call their regular doctor. It stands for General Practitioner. So this isn't a doctor in a hospital, it's the one you visit locally.
I've moved house, so I need to find a new GP.
You also heard the acronym ETA, but my ETA is not looking good. This means estimated time of arrival. Basically, when you think you're going to get somewhere. Again, this one is always said using the letters. You'd never hear it said as the word ETA. Just ETA, like this.
What's your plane's ETA?
Number 5 is HMRC. Love it or hate it, and most people do hate it. HMRC stands for His Majesty's Revenue and Customs. In other words, the people who take your tax money. So you'll hear this all the time when people are starting a new job or filling in their annual tax forms.
I had to contact HMRC about the tax I owed.
NHS. The British people are very proud of it. It stands for the National Health Service, but more often than not, we just shorten it to NHS. This is the organisation you go to if you're ill, and you'll be treated for free.
My sister's a nurse in the NHS.
If you work for a large company, you'll almost certainly have a HR department. This stands for Human Resources. These are the people involved in hiring and firing, as well as making sure any problems at work are dealt with.
You'll have to ask HR if you can take extra days off work.
Ask most native speakers what a CV is, and they'll tell you that it's a short document that contains your work history. It's used when you apply for a job. But ask them what the letters stand for, most would struggle because actually they're Latin words, curriculum vitae. So stick to just using CV, like this.
You need to update my CV before applying for the job.
ID stands for identification, and this is used anytime you need to prove who you are. Even though in the UK we don't have to have ID cards, you might have them in your country, we simply don't. But here you might still be asked to prove who you are, especially when it comes to your age.
You can't buy alcohol unless you show some ID that proves you're over 18.
Number 10 is DIY, and this stands for do it yourself. This is used when you talk about fixing things in your house, decorating, or building things yourself. Shops that sell tools you need are also called DIY stores. If you'd like to have a look around a real one, I made a video, you can watch it here.
I spent all weekend doing DIY.
A PIN stands for Personal Identification Number. In other words, the number you use for your bank card or your phone. This one is never said as the letters, but as the word itself, PIN.
Never tell anyone your PIN.
Following on from PIN, we have ATM, which is one of these. ATM stands for Automated Teller Machine, but strangely, when native speakers say ATM, they often add the word machine on the end, so really they're saying it twice.
I got some money from the ATM machine.
If you're going on holiday, you might hear someone talking about a B&B. This stands for bed and breakfast, and it's a small, usually family-run hotel. To pronounce this correctly, change the and to just the letter n. So it sounds like this, B&B. You try, B&B. Use it like this.
We're going to stay in a B&B.
In the UK, one you hear all the time, I'm sure you've already heard it, is BBC. This stands for the British Broadcasting Corporation, but no one ever says the full name. This is the main public TV and news broadcaster. Now we can't talk about the BBC without talking about number 15, ITV. This is its main rival, and it stands for Independent Television. People often use ITV as a simple way to talk about all the channels that actually have adverts.
Is this programme on BBC or ITV?
When you buy something in England, you usually not only pay the price of the thing itself, but also something called VAT. This stands for Value Added Tax. And this can be pronounced as either simply the letters VAT or the word VAT, like this.
Does the price include VAT?
A&E. Listen to how I pronounce that, A&E. Just like before, I've changed the and to a simple n sound, A&E. In full, this is accident and emergency. It's the part of a hospital that you go to if you're involved in an accident or are suddenly taken seriously ill. Use it like this.
All the people involved in the car crash were rushed to the A&E.
Our next acronym can mean two things. First, PC can mean personal computer, like this. Or PC can also mean police constable, one of these. This is the lowest rank of police officer, and you often hear people shorten police constable to just PC in everyday conversations.
After the robbery, PC came round and asked some questions.
Just like PC, number 19 is also a job title. It's MP. which stands for Member of Parliament. This is a politician, one of the people who run the country, or at least say they do.
By the way,
you hear this a lot on the news, as well as in day-to-day conversations.
I wrote to my local MP about it.
Number 20 is FYI. Not so long ago, this was only ever written because it means for your information, so you'd see it on letters and emails. However, these days, you often hear it said as well, like this.
FYI, the meeting's been moved to tomorrow.
Now that you know these, it's important to know how to pronounce them properly as well. FYI, I've written an ebook with audio that will really help you. Just check out the first comment ASAP. I'll see you next time.